K97.5 Real Hip Hop and R&B. I am your girl RoyalTea, Big C, not the little one. And today in the studio, I got a really special guest with me. This is long overdue, first of all. I got Rohan Da Great with me. How you doing?
I'm feeling good, feeling great. Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. Like you said, it's a long time coming.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for maybe a year now.
Yeah, almost two actually.
Almost 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You see, better late than never.
Right. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Let's go ahead and get straight into it because we got so much to unpack. So people who may not have known much about you don't know that you come from East Flatbush, Brooklyn, correct?
Yep.
And so you were able to mix hip hop and dance hall music. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. So being from Brooklyn and being of Jamaican descent, I've been exposed to all different types of culture. I grew up in a Jamaican household. My father was a DJ. Well, we call it Jamaican rappers. We call them DJs. So he was a DJ in the neighborhood and very popular. So in my household, I heard his music, heard Dennis Brown, Bob Marley, but it's still Brooklyn. So I go outside, it's Jay-Z, it's Biggie, it's all of that. So basically being in Brooklyn, you become a melting pot yourself. So all those influences basically just was inside of me, and now I just made my own sound. Just Rohan Da Great. It's not only reggae, it's not only hip hop, a little bit of R&B. It's just all blended, and it's the perfect blend.
A very unique sound, of course. But also, going back to your father, now he was a popular artist. Do you feel like you ever had a moment where you said, I wanted to do something different, or was it always like music because of your household?
It was always music. It was nothing else. My mom tried to derail it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. My mom, I was always really good at school. Really good in school, and my mom wanted me to pursue just education, and she wanted me to be a doctor. My grandmother wanted me to be a lawyer because they said I was more than capable, and I like to argue. They said so it would have been perfect, but that music was just a passion inside of me the whole time, and I realized I was suppressing it, and after moving here from New York, I realized I didn't have a lot to do per se, so I had more time to focus on creating music just to pass the time. And I realized I was like, I'm really good at this, you know.
Yeah.
And and I said, you know what, I'm gonna take this seriously. And ever since then, it's been music. So there was that one little time when I wasn't sure, but for the most part, it's always been music.
And how do they feel about your music now?
I love it. My father still critiques me though.
Okay.
And, like he's probably listening right now and say, "Oh, why did you say that? Why did you do this?" So, but it's good. I love the constructive criticism. And my mom is one of my biggest supporters now. She's quick to tell everybody about her son. You know, he went number one. He went number this, that. So it's good now to see it come full circle. And I know they believed in me from the beginning, but now when it's coming to fruition, it's a little bit easier for them to tell the world as well. So.
Yeah. And you just celebrated something very exciting. Your song "Wicked" went number 9 on the iTunes 100 reggae charts, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
How did that feel?
It felt wonderful, and you said number one, and so you just spoke it into
You
the
know,
air.
that's
It's gonna
manifesting.
be,
That's
yeah,
it.
you manifest it. It's gonna be number one soon, but it felt amazing. I took a little break from music, and it just felt like the time was right to jump back into it. So not releasing songs for a couple months that's a long time when it comes to reggae music. So for me to come back and then just to have that impact immediately is very special to me, and I felt like I cherished it more than the previous charting. I went number one before, and I kind of expected it. I was like, yeah, we definitely going number one. And now I was like, I'm not sure. I've been away for a little bit, and so for it to hit that number 9 immediately. It was an amazing feeling. And I felt like this time I took time to soak it in because I'm really work driven. So a lot of times I accomplish things and I'm just like, okay, next accomplishment. This time I took the time to really sit there and revel in the moment. So.
And what was the inspiration behind the song? Like, was it one of those songs where you just kind of heard the beat, you felt it, and you went into it, or you actually had like a story behind it?
Right, heartbreak.
Okay, okay, you know
So
that'll do
all
it.
my songs come from like a real place, and for this particular song, I had got a beat pack from D Money, a platinum producer based out of Raleigh as well. And I had some beats from him, and I worked on other songs, and I was like, I need one more song. And I got up one night, I had a dream. Jamaicans always be having dreams. I had a dream, and I woke up out of my sleep, and I was like, let me listen to some beats. And while I'm listening to the beats, I'm beginning to think about an ex-girlfriend. And I got lost for words, and all I could say was, this girl is wicked. And like, after a while, I just kept on mumbling, wicked, wicked, wicked. And then the song just basically wrote itself. Like an hour later, I had the song done. I sent it to the team. in the wee hours of the morning. I was like, yo, y'all check this out, wake up, and it was like, this is it. And I got the chills. That's one of my secret weapons. When I get chills when I make songs, that's how I know it's a hit. Because if I feel it, I know you're gonna feel it too. So yeah, so that's how the song came about.
I like that, the chills thing. It's like when you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now that record is being played in Charlotte, it's being played in New York. How does it feel to see that it's resonating so well with fans just like across the nation?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. It's amazing because I really thought like the women was gonna give me a little bit of pushback, like, oh, you calling us wicked, but the women are embracing it more than the men. So it's like it's amazing, and it's just dope to see it go so quickly. Like I've had it I have success before, but to see it just spread like wildfire so soon, it's amazing. And every day we're getting more station ads and just more followers. Everything is just going up, and it's happening so quick. So I feel like this may be at that moment. Every artist are like, this is my year. This is I really feel like this is definitely my year based on this song and the reaction to it.
Well, congratulations on that. That song is definitely a vibe, I will tell you myself. And switching gears just a little bit here, you performed not too long ago at the Caribbean Festival out here in Raleigh. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I performed at Carib Mass. Always a wonderful time at Carib Mass. I've actually performed multiple years. I've lost count, but I always want to make sure that I represent my culture to the fullest, and I feel like that is one of the biggest platforms in the whole entire East Coast to come and represent your culture. So I'm always honored to be selected to represent my country, and it's amazing. The costumes are beautiful. Everyone's just out there to have fun. So it was amazing, and it felt great because, like I said, I took that time off too, and I wasn't sure I was gonna do it this year. And then at the last minute, I was like, all right, let's go ahead. And I wasn't sure how the crowd would receive it either, because like, yeah, we're seeing you every year, and I was like, yeah, let me try this new song here.
Yeah.
And that's actually where I debuted Wicked, was during that performance, and the crowd loved it, and that just gave me an even more boost of confidence going into the release. So it was amazing. So big up to Chicken and them for and Ardaka for making that happen every year. Definitely, as long as I'm in the area, I'll do it every year. Even if the crowd get tired of me, I've got to be there representing. And Shay be on the stage out there with me with the Jamaican flag representing too. So yeah, we definitely out there.
Now, I wasn't able to catch it because I was out of town, but I did see a recap of your performance, and you had that crowd lit. Like, the energy was just there. So when you're, preparing for a performance, what does that look like?
Oh yeah, so I prepare heavily. Like when I decided I was going to do it, it was about a month and a half before, and I immediately started running. I was running like 2 miles a day, some days even 3 miles, because you got to make sure that their stamina is up to par. I hate when artists go on the stage and they're huffing and puffing.
Out of breath.
Yeah, and besides, my dad would definitely call me and curse me out if I go up there like that. So I definitely started exercising a lot more, and then making sure I rehearsed a lot, not only just being physically ready, but mentally ready, knowing all my words, and given the fact that it's a new song, so prepare heavily, and also too, just making sure that I am healthy outside of just physicality, just make sure that I'm eating right, just make sure I'm being hydrated because it's hot up there on that stage. So yeah, I believe in being over prepared.
Okay. Now, I'm kind of rewinding a little bit here because I wanted to touch on that crowd, and you said something about the crowd. But if you don't mind sharing, and you share as much as you want to share, you've said it twice now that you took a break from music. Why did you take that break?
I want to say, since we're in September, it's Mental Health Month. So music can be taxing mentally, especially when you're an independent artist, and that's having success. So even though I'm independent, I feel like we've done things on a major level. So it's a lot of investment, and with that investment, you want a lot of return too. So sometimes with music, a lot of people don't realize that return comes a lot slower than you expect. So there's times when you doubt yourself. There's times when it gets overwhelming. There's too much noise. And for me, I wanted to make sure that I could focus on myself and my health, and I felt like music was just too much noise at the moment. So I stepped away from it, and I had to get Rohan together first before Rohan Da Great can be great.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me focus on me, the person, and get the person where he needs to be, and then we come back as the artist. So.
Now, I'm a huge mental health advocate, so I'm so glad you said that. And one of the things that I've been talking about lately is really just finding balance, even when you can't really slow down. So when you don't feel like you can slow down, you have to put this music out, you have to do these performances. How do you still find time for yourself?
It's a struggle. What I try to do the most is make sure that I have a strong team around me. So if I don't want to do certain things outside of performing, I'll make sure that I can delegate those things to them so I could get that rest that I need and come back fresh. And I also like to schedule things ahead. So like we do like content days, we do like studio days where we go and we just create a whole bunch of stuff. So if I want to take a break, I still have the time to put those things out. The listener or the viewer might not know that I filmed this video last month. But we do it that way so I can have the time for myself and still stay consistent at this point too.
Okay. Now, outside of music, you're also a brand ambassador. How did that come about?
Organically, like it's crazy. I believe in like the universe just putting people in the right places at the right time. So the first brand ambassador deal that I landed was with Urban Rastaman, and ironically I met him at Carib Mass for the first time.
Nice.
And we had mutual friends who always been telling us about each other. I believe I was on one of his mixtapes for his brand, and when we met, we just clicked, and we realized we got the same mind state, and we kind of stand for the same thing. And I just was wearing his stuff. It wasn't nothing official. He was like, yo, let me send you this, let me send you that. And I was like, yo, this really resonates with me. And then it was like, you know what, let's make it official. And we had a collab tee, a Rohan Da Great Urban Rastaman logo tee. And then since then, we've just been rocking. And the other partnership that I have right now is the Spring Break watches. I just became the brand ambassador for them yesterday. So
Congrats.
that's news. Appreciate you. And the way that worked is I love their watches. And anything that I like, I support it to the max. So I've been buying these watches for the longest. I've been wearing it to all my photo shoots, in the videos, the interviews, and I've been highlighting it just because I like it. I didn't necessarily want anything back from them, and I just love the watch. And then when I found out it was black owned, and then I found out what they stood for, I was like, all right, now let's make something official, because I feel like I can bring a whole new audience to your watch, and then it just helps everyone expand my portfolio. And it was all love, and I sent the email and they sent an email back, and we're rocking. So I'm happy. I'm very happy to represent black owned businesses.
Now, I feel like we could sit here and talk all day, but I'm gonna
I
start.
definitely will.
I'm gonna start reeling it in.
Mm-hmm.
But you talk a lot about support, and in an industry where everybody's really out for themselves, trying to push their own music. Why is it so important that you're supportive of other people?
Because that support, going back to mental health, that support means a lot. Because a lot of people, they do support in their own way, but they don't make the support known. So I like to make my support known, because you don't know what that would do for that creator or that artist. Because basically they might see that and say, okay, now there's a reason for me to go forward. They might just be waiting for one person to acknowledge them, and I might be that one person. So I definitely want to show that support. And then I also know how it feels not to get support back. So so any chance I get to make them feel good, I'm definitely going to do it. I always support, but I have a new rule. I support what I like, but I promote what supports me back. That's my new thing.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So some people not getting no more promotion.
Okay, that's it for the promotion, but I will support from a distance.
Right.
Now, we already said that Wicked is going to go #1, but I do want to know, what else do you have coming up this year?
So I guess we're gonna tell her now. So me and D Money actually have an EP together, like a whole entire EP. Like Wicked was the last track of the EP. So we're gonna be dropping that probably November.
Okay.
Depending how things go. Like if this single like takes off like worldwide and it's buzzing, of course I'm not gonna cut the single short to drop the EP. But if everything goes at a level playing field, we're gonna drop that EP. I actually have 3 EPs in the can. Like I'm dropping February, I'm dropping the summer as well. So lots of new music, music videos coming, lots of partnerships. Yeah, I'm definitely on my grind. I feel like I said it's my year, so when I get that feeling, I'm gonna do everything that I can to work and build on the actual feeling. We're not just working with blind faith. We gotta put the work in too.
All right, faith without works is dead. I'm here for it. Now, before I get you out of here, please let them know where they can find you, where they can follow you, where they can listen to you, all that.
Alright, so the best place to check in with me is going to be my website. That's www.RohanDaGreatMusic, and that's D-A, not T-H-U. We put that little bit of flavor up on it. So RohanDaGreatMusic.com. That's the hub. We got the Facebook there, the Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever it's called now. Everything is from right there. But the thing that I'm most active on, honestly, is my Instagram. So definitely follow me. I'm not one of these guys who don't like talk back. I like to talk, as you can hear and see. Basically, just hit me up. We'll have a conversation. As long as you don't get crazy, because some people starting to get crazy now.
Oh, no.
My DMs are a little wild. But yeah, just hit me up. I follow back. I talk, and yeah, I like to connect with you guys. And at the website, sign up to the mailing list. Let's stay in contact. I want to build a grassroots following, something that lasts beyond whatever happens with record labels. I want to have a direct to consumer relationship. So yeah, hit me up.
All right, you heard it here first. Rohan Da Great is in the building. Make sure you check out that track, Wicked. And is there anything else you want to say before you get up out of here?
No, just thank you to you guys. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. So big up to you and big up to Shay. Always in my corner, always rooting me on. And give thanks to God and my parents for creating this greatness. You know what I'm saying? I'm humble, but I like to say I'm grateful, but I'm still fully great at the same time. So yeah, give thanks to my parents for making this magic.
Well, I appreciate you coming again, and that is a wrap